Salutations, citizens of Gielnor, and welcome to my guide on the basics of prayer. Today we're going to go over how to get your prayer, where to go to get some of your prayer points. We're going to go over how to use it, how to recharge it. We're going to go over some quick tips and tricks, bonuses given by various armors, and creatures that are going to be able to use overhead prayers. So what is prayer? Well, prayer is your alignment to the various gods in Gielnor. You're going to have various items that are going to increase your stats, restore your stats, protect your items or yourself, as well as combination ones, which are going to stack multiple effects. These are also your forgotten prayers. In order to unlock these, you not only need to have the level for it, but you have to actually learn them. You're going to be getting those either from scrolls that you can get off of the GE or through the Chamber of Xerox. You can also go to the Camelot training room for a couple of these. So how do you get your levels for your prayer to unlock these items? You're going to take various bones and you're going to sacrifice them to the gods of Gielnor. There's a few ways to do this. You can either bury your bones, which is going to give you the least experience that you're going to get. However, it is the only viable option for free-to-play members. If you are pay to play, you can actually go to a player-owned house. You can go to the Ecto Functus, which is in Port Plasmus. This will also give you Ecto tokens, which you can use to recharge your Bone Crusher, which I'll go over here in a little bit. You can go to the Chaos Temple in level 33 Wilderness. This is going to give you 700% experience on the bones that you're going to sacrifice. However, it is a hot spot for PKers. Keep that in mind. You can also go to Arceus in the Great Courand after you have unlocked the Arceus spellbook. And this is going to allow you to take ensouled heads and reanimate them. This is going to bring the creature back to life, and then you can kill it again. And doing that, you're not going to get your combat experience. You're actually going to get prayer experience. You can also go to Fossil Island once you have unlocked it using the Bon Voyage quest. You can take your fossils and clean them up in this pit that is going to turn them into enriched bones. You cannot do this with plant-based fossils. They will disintegrate. You take said enriched bones and you're going to take them to the house on the hill and sacrifice them to the strange machine. That's going to give you some prayer experience. It's actually a great experience rate, and I'll do a guide on that later on. So the higher levels are going to unlock the better prayers as well as give you more points. The more points you have, the longer you can sustain your prayers. But keep in mind, any prayer level 46 and above is going to be locked. It is going to be pay to play only. The bigger and badder the creature is before death, the better prayer experience you're going to get. But there's a couple items that most people don't know about, which is from the Zogre chest near the Castle Wars area. These chests are going to be protected by ogres. They're going to aggro you as soon as you start picking them. So keep in mind, you are going to need a safe telly out unless you're okay with running past them. These bones are going to look like feet. Trust me, they're not actually feet. You can take them to any of the above mentioned areas other than Arceus, and that's going to give you higher prayer experience other than pretty much, I think, the superior dragon bones, but those are actually locked based off of level. How to use them? Well, there's a couple different ways. You can either click on your prayer tab or F5 over to it. You can set up your quick prayers by right-clicking on your prayer tab up here, which is going to allow you to set up to 3 to turn on quick, and you can also do what's called prayer flicking. Prayer flicking is a quick one on, one off. You can also use the metronome option on Runelight. That is going to give you the timing so you can turn it off quickly. Why should you prayer flick? Well, prayer flick is not going to utilize your prayer points, even though it's going to turn on your prayers. It's going to use the item, but it's also not going to use your prayer points. This is definitely useful for bossing when you have Jads or if you're low on prayer potions. However, it is not advisable if you're in a multi-combat area because you would have to sustain the prayer instead of flicking it. So how do you recharge it once you've used all these prayers? Well, you can do that by praying at various altars all over Gielnor. You can use regeneration pools inside a player-owned house. There is a statuette in Narda that you can pray to, which is going to recharge all of your stats, including your run energy, your special attack, and increase your bonuses. You can also use prayer potions, restore potions, sand-fused serums, Zamorak brews, or Janger berries. The Janger berries are only going to bring you up 1 prayer point. There's a couple different ways you can do other than that. The Faldor shield, which you're going to get from the diary task, depending on what tier you've done, will recharge some of your prayer points. You can go in and out of various mini games. That's also going to recharge you. One of them is Castle Wars. You can also do Clan Wars or Pest Control. And then here's the number one. The best way to recharge your prayer, your hit points, everything. Die! Yes, we all do it. We know what's going to happen. Just let it roll. Once you die, everything resets, and hey, guess what? You're back in Lumbridge, so you don't have to waste a teleport. You can get some bonuses from some of your armor. There's going to be Ancient and God Blessed D-Hides. These are going to give you the same stats as well as the same requirements to wear as wearing Black D-Hide. The only difference is it's going to be aligned with specific gods, which is definitely useful if you're in the God Wars dungeon, but it is also going to increase your prayer received from recharging. This is not true if it's going to recharge it to full. It will not go over unless you use the statuette in Narda. The highest bonuses you're going to get from any armor is going to be the Proselyte Armor, which is locked by the Slug Menace quest. To receive this, you can either buy it on the GE, or you can go to Faldor Park and talk to Sir Tiffany after you've completed the Slug Menace quest, and you can buy it from him. One of the best things you're going to get for your prayer is going to be locked by the Martania Diaries. This is going to be called the Bone Crusher. The Bone Crusher can later be turned into a necklace using a dragon bone necklace and a hydra tail. This is going to use the ecto tokens you're going to get from the ectofunctus in order to charge it. It is going to automatically pick up and grind the bones that you would have gotten from a kill. Doing so, it's going to give you half of the prayer experience you would have got from burying the bones themselves if you have completed the hard diaries. If you completed the elite Mortania, it's going to give you the same experience as if you buried it. You can get bonuses from various armors, as I previously mentioned. One of them is the Spirit Shield. Depending on which level Spirit Shield you get, depends on what prayer bonuses you're going to get. One wonderful item you can get is the prayer book. If you are wearing this while also wearing a holy symbol, this will heal poison effect that you have received, but not the damage you have received from it. There are a few monsters that use overhead prayers, like Protect from Missile. They are going to be the Calphite Queen, Mother, Demonic Gorilla, Sigmund, and Crystalline Huffliff. They do not fully protect like your overhead protection prayers do, but they do reduce the damage from any attacks given from that stat. There are a few altars that are actually going to give you temporary boost. One of them is the Nature Grotto, which is right in here in the Mortmire Swamp. The Edgeville Altar, which is going to be locked for level 50 prayer, I believe. Don't hold me to that. That's going to be right in here. The God Wars Dungeon altars are also going to give you additional prayer from recharging there. There's going to be one near Trollheim. There's also going to be one in the wilderness. Right in here. One last tip before I leave, your drain rate. That is going to be based off not only what prayer you're using, but your prayer level. The only way to reduce your drain rate is if you get your prayer bonus from wearable items to 30 plus. That is going to half the drain rate you're going to get from your prayers. In leaving, the biggest thing I do want to let you guys know, make sure you're actually doing your diary tasks. These items are going to be phenomenal that you're going to get from them. Not only do you get the Faldor Shield, which is going to recharge your prayer, you're going to get your Bone Crusher, you're going to get tons of different abilities that are unlocked, including when you talk to Robin in the bar in Port Plasmus. He is going to automatically give you the stuff you need to go to the Ectofunctus to get your Ecto tokens to charge your Bone Crusher, which is absolutely amazing. You don't have to put the legwork in. He's already done it for you. Go out, have fun, utilize the abilities we went over today. If you have questions, please leave them in the comment sections and I will try to get back to y'all. Have fun and happy grinds!